Supreme rising, everyone. Supreme rising. Supreme rising. Oh, supreme rising. You know, I was talking, first of all, I want to know if you guys can see this. Let me try to see if I can flip it. If you guys can see the rays. There are some coral rays that's being illuminated right now. And the rays, peace, alpha love 333. And the rays, I don't know if it could be seen, because you know the window is wet, but there's some coral rays that are just like really broad, really broad, that's in the sky right now. And I wanna touch on something that has been bestowed upon my being, to talk with you guys. First and foremost, I want to say we must focus on raising our frequency. Me and another beautiful soul, we were talking about the Annunaki, right? And I know that many people identify with the Annunaki. So her and I was having this conversation. We were having this conversation, and in the midst of the conversation, I had, expressed that there's a part of me that doesn't resonate with the Annunaki, right? Although the many stories have come across the board consistently saying that this particular species, advanced level species, seeded the planet. And it's been consistently said over and over again and again. But when asked if I resonate with the Annunaki, I would have to say that I don't. Well, nevertheless, one of our beloved, beautiful souls, Bidel, who has a YouTube channel called Now We Rise, uploaded a video talking about the Annunaki. And because we had just had this discussion without really knowing that he was going to even upload a video of such a caliber, the video got sent to me to watch. I watched the video, and I don't have any biases against the Annunaki, but the frequency that I feel every time that I am in the midst of having any type of conversation about it, it just simply does not resonate with me. Well, I encourage those who do resonate with the Annunaki to go and check out Bidel's video on YouTube. His channel is called Now We Rise, and you can, make an account for yourself as to the vibration that you feel when you're hearing the information about the Annunaki. Right now, there is a lot that is transpiring, a lot of conversations between species, and I'm inclined to believe that the conversations that are commencing are between the Annunaki and the Alpha Draconians. And there is a lot that is transpiring as a result of these conversations. I just walked outside right in front of my home, and I just saw this star, this something that I had never seen before. And it was like right in front of my house. And when I tried to video it, it would not, you could not see it on the camera. Which says to me that there is a lot that is going on. There's a lot in frequency that is going on. I could visibly see it. It looks like a star, but I know that it's not a star, right? And I tried to capture it on my phone just maybe 10 minutes ago, and I could not capture it on the phone. I am going to say this. There are conversations that are commencing between species that we, as the seated beings on this planet, are not privileged to be a part of. We know not of these particular types of discussions, and decisions are being made on our behalf without our permission, without our knowing of what is transpiring. So with that little bit of information that I just came up with from a spiritual place, I'm just going to recommend that we all try to raise our frequency, raise our frequency, raise our frequency. It's not necessarily a fear, but I definitely have a concern, because this is no new revelation about these exchanges taking place. I've also read in books that these particular type of exchanges takes place. But what's not taking place is that the seated are not privileged to these interspecies conversations or these inter-alien conversations. And it just makes me wonder how we are viewed in the classification of such. So this is why the power is really truly within ourselves, to understand ourselves at a core aspect of our being, and to continue to rise in frequency. Because the things at a lower level of frequency are commencing. And it is important for you to be in your frequency space in an ascended manner. Now, I do honestly within my being feel like that there is something that is protecting the seated. There is something that is protecting the seated of this plane. And in my most humblest of opinion, I honestly just feel that we, as a collective consciousness, should just continue to move in a raise of frequency, because we are not privileged to the exchanges by these alien beings that are obviously have been having conversations and exchanges for quite some time without us being privileged to the information of what is transpiring. As I say, my soul, for some odd reason, does not resonate with the Anunnaki. And I'm not saying that they're good, they're bad, they are indifferent. But what I am saying is that my soul doesn't resonate with the Annunaki, as well as some of the other species that keep things at a level of disclosure and make decisions on our behalf without us being privileged to any of it. So I just want to encourage you guys to stay true to yourself, to stay true to your being. There's a lot of intellectual information and properties that are very highly intelligent, that are very, very highly evolved. But you have to ask yourself, what frequency does that information resonate on? How do you feel when how does it feel when you exchange in frequency that information that you are hearing when it is bestowed upon you? At this point in the game for me, I move by frequency, resonance, vibration. Intelligence is in everything. Intelligence is in everything. High-level intelligence is all around us. And the only thing that I can say is, being as we're not privileged to the particulars of these interspecies exchanges or these inter-alien exchanges, is to move from within. As I said, there are things that are all around us. There are anomalies that has been transpiring this entire time that we were unaware of. But the only thing that you are consistently aware of is yourself. And the only thing that I can recommend is for you to move from within and raise your frequency. And I'm not recommending anything that I am not doing myself, only for the fact that I am not privileged to what is truly transpiring intergalactically. I will say this, that this planet is being fought for, and there are species that wants to take control of the planet. Grand Rising, Sincere 86 baby. Grand Rising for your presence. So I just say that with what is transpiring, and I'm going to, I may do a live. It depends on how I feel in terms of this information, how it resonates me more. But continue to live your best life. Raise your vibration. Raise your frequency. Move from a spirit of discernment and what registers with your being. There's a lot of information that is out there to keep us confused, to gravitate us into spaces that we may not belong. But you have to move from a space from within. And the only thing, once again, that I can tell you is know thyself. Move in thy own accord. Understand what resonates with your being. Move from your intuition. Be guided from within. Not even the words that I am speaking now to you, which would be looked upon as an external aspect of your being. Still move from within. Always follow your truth and the resonance of your being. Because from my viewpoint, my vantage viewpoint, that is all that we have, is ourselves. It is no coincidence that we were talking about the Annunaki, and then all of a sudden a video came up right after our conversation. So there is no coincidences, right? So for the fact that we are We have no other choice but to follow the guided light that is within our being. And I also want to say, I am not making any claims of love, hate, distaste, or anything about the species of the Anunnaki. But what I am saying yet again is that it does not resonate with my being. And I can't separate myself from that for some reason. And I try. I try to have some level of understanding. And it's just the frequency from it, it just does not resonate. But that's me. That's just me. That does not have to be you or anybody else that listened to this exchange, this live. Right? But I just wanted to say, with that being said, raise your frequency, raise your vibration, raise your frequency, raise your vibration. Let go of things that no longer serves you. Find peace within thyself. Move in accordance to your own initiation. Move in accordance to your truth. Because it is that truth that will set you free. Peace to you all. I love you guys immensely. I salute to the divinity that is within you. I love you guys immensely, and I know that this subject matter may feel a bit heavy this rising, but I do want to put it out there because there are things that are around us that are on constant commencement, and we need to be aware of it so that we know to continue to move within the truth of our knowing and within the truth of our being, to constantly and consistently ascend and raise our frequency. Peace to you all. I love you. Have an amazing day. You are the power. You are the genius. You are a beautiful expression of the all-knowing. I love you guys immensely. Have an amazing day. All right? Love you guys. Later.